Hey, yo, family. Welcome to the 3-year sort of anniversary and the 3-year sort of year in review, episode 143 in Madness Pod. Shawn the Butcher here with Vertebrae33. What's going on?
What's going on, Shawn? Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Anniversary. For all those who celebrate the In Madness anniversary, happy anniversary to you as well. You made this possible because the fact that you keep listening means we figure out new ways to try to find time to record. So I'm very excited for this episode, Shawn. This is
Year
cool.
in review. We said we were going to do, I don't know if we did a year in review last year or if we said we got to make sure we remember to do a year in review next year. Also, I think I said in our last episode that Exorcist 3 was 365 days in the making because for whatever reason, I thought it was 1 year since we had done Exorcist. On Christmas last year, we did Nosferatu. We did not do The Exorcist. We did The Exorcist 2 years ago, which is even crazier that like time has not seemed like it has gone by that quickly, but I guess it has.
That's wild because I went right along with what you said. And I think I was like, yeah,
Sure.
sure.
You're listening to the premier podcast, In Madness Pod, on the socials. Share all your thoughts about any of our episodes on the socials at In Madness Pod. We are dipping, boy, are we dipping into the mail sack today. It is more engorged today for the year in review than it has been in the entire 3 years of In Madness Pod. So I would like to thank the In Madness Pod family. If you would like to be part of our In Madness family and send us an email or a voice note, in madnesspod@gmail.com. You can check us out on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe and comment, give the 5-star reviews. Check out the In Madness Spotify playlist. Who knows what songs we will be adding after this episode. Happy In Madness. I don't know, whatever day we're dropping this episode. Usually it's on Monday, but since it's the end of the year and we got all these holidays, we like dropping episodes on holidays. So Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, whenever you're listening. Make sure you tell everybody you know about this show. Spread the madness worldwide. If you want to represent with a shirt like I have or a mug like my fiance has and Vertebrae has, go to inmadness.com. What mug do you have for this episode, Vertebrae?
Special one, Shawn, a Christmas gift mug from Mrs. Vertebrae and Little Vertebrae. And it is a Pennywise mug, and I'll turn it around. So let's spill it on my computer.
What does it say? The glare is
time to float.
Oh, that's beautiful. We got to post these on our socials, all of Vertebrae's awesome mugs.
New one.
We're also the number 8 podcast as voted by, I don't know what it is. Vertebrae sent me this awesome link.
I don't know.
And we're the number 8 voted podcast on this link, feedspot.com, that you see.
Yeah, for sci-fi and horror podcasts. So it's pretty cool. Some of the people above us have, and even below us, have way more reviews than we have. So yeah, honored. I thought that was pretty cool.
Honored.
I don't know where that came from. I got an email with it in there, and they didn't ask for my bank account, so I think that's good at least. But yeah,
imagine their surprise when they actually find out we're the number 1 podcast. Number 8's close, but you know, the world will wake up eventually. But it's an honor, and I can't believe that we're on a list. Lists are cool. I love lists, and I love being in the top 10. Next year, we're going to make it into the top 5. We got a lot to talk about today. So first, I want to pitch it over to Vertebrae. He's got his cool Christmas books that he got. We'll do some Christmas Vertebrae.
So really quick. So from the family, I got this, Shawn, The Thing.
Oh, whoa!
The history of the franchise, it's called.
Whoa.
Very cool. Making a book. We are collecting books and preparing for when we actually do The Thing, right?
Next year.
And
right?
Another book that I got, and will make you crack up. The title, Polar Horrors.
Wow, cool.
So these are kind of old weird fiction, British, I think mostly British, Arctic, polar, whatever horror stories. So I started reading this already. one from like the 1837 or something. So this stuff goes way way back. But that has continued my obsession. It's been snowing and everything, and I've been enjoying being outside in it and
Yeah, you've been sending me a lot of pictures from inside your igloo.
hanging out in the snow, and it's good times. But and then Shawn, I got a gift from my buddy Psycho Ninja. I wanted to show that. So
Yes,
this is
yes.
very
Shout outs to
cool.
Psycho Ninja.
So
Whoa.
it's this Frankenstein toy, and I'm gonna open it up. You gotta watch on YouTube.
Yeah, you gotta check us out on
We'll
YouTube.
post the pictures, but if you could see without the glare, if I hold it like that, you could see without the glare. It's got all the different interchangeable heads and
This
everything.
is real Frankenstein monster, not emo Frankenstein monster.
Well, it's not the book, so wouldn't that be the real? But it's the original adaptation. Yes, Shawn. Yeah, Shawn is gonna continue to attack Frankenstein through. Wait till we do the movie because I'm gonna make him.
We'll
do
get
the
to it
movie in
eventually.
2026. But anyway, a couple of things. I think the next episode we could dive into kind of some book club stuff and then maybe a year in review of books. This year I read the most I think I've ever read. So
Sick.
still not as impressive as others who end up with hundreds of books on lists, but for me and my schedule, this was pretty good year for that. Podcast helps a lot, Shawn. Helps me buy records, helps me buy books.
Perfect excuse for Vertebrae.
Perfect excuse. But awesome. I don't know what to expect here, Shawn, when we dive into this.
So we were asking our In Madness family for their favorite moments of 2025. I cannot believe we've been a podcast for 3 years. So we're going to get into this episode, our year in review from myself, from Vertebrae, and from everybody who decided to hit us in the mail sack. Thank you so much for listening. And I think we're going to pick a movie for next month. We'll figure that out too. We're going to do like a 0.5, not 0.5 for our next episode. We're going to figure it out and have fun for 2026. I'm looking forward to it, but we will number all of our episodes correctly. So with that being said, let us dip into the mail sack.
Mail sack.
So we have an older one here that we didn't put our eyes on. So I feel like we should put our eyes on it now. It's one of our submissions from our good friend of the show, Tom Henderson. It's a short one. He says, "Hey fellas, first time, long time, love the pod." We know you're not a first time, Tom Henderson. You recently mentioned that you should revisit one of the early films you covered, and I think that's a great idea. I was wondering, since the milking of the alpacas moment, TM with a trademark next to it, he puts.
Oh, nice.
Didn't show up until episode 5, Color Out of Space. Could you tell us what the milking of the alpacas moment, but he puts it MOTAM, also with the small TM trademark, is for the first 4 films you covered: Krampus, Gremlins, 30 Days of Night, and The Lighthouse. Whoa. We could address that, I think, in our next episode. I'll pick the milking of the alpacas moments from those first 4 movies. Also, you two can change the format of the pod as often as you like, as long as I get to hear your voices every week. I don't mind at all. Tom Henderson, you sure know how to make the boys blush. As always, I fucking love you guys. Free Charlie. No. See, Tom, you get on my good side. You get on my good side and you start with this Free Charlie shit. Star Wars over Ninja Turtles all day. See, Tom, I don't.
Perfect.
Where's
Thank you,
this email
Tom. Thank
going?
you, Tom.
And make mine madness. Your friend, Mr. Madness, Tom. P.S. All I want for Christmas is for you guys to finally do Gojira 1954. Oh, well, spoiler alert, you didn't get your gift. I mean, think of the insane amount of Oxygen Destroyer songs that you would be able to add to the In Madness Spotify playlist. That would be worth it alone. Tom Henderson. We already added some Oxygen Destroyer to the In Madness Spotify playlist. I will look to see what songs I have and maybe add some more shout outs to Oxygen Destroyer. Great.
I think we'll get to it this year, Shawn. I think we will.
So that wasn't a year review. So quickly, I just to highlight. I mean, so I was trying to find my favorite moment of the year personally. Just looking through our compendium from this year alone: Escape from New York, Ninja Turtles, Nosferatu. Actually, that was last year, so that's technically like 2024. We interviewed Tim Howley. We did Reservoir Dogs. We did Star Wars. We did The Ring. We did Jaws. We did New York Comic Con. We recently covered it. We also interviewed Fracassi and Tremblay, amazing authors, and Mortal Kombat. Who can forget my that was my milking of the alpacas of the year. I think
Sean,
I think one of my favorite moments of the year was Mortal Kombat for sure.
I gotta fend you off for a second because Tom's gonna be yelling through the phone. But Nosferatu was in March.
We did Nosferatu in March.
Yes,
Okay.
24th and 31st when those episodes dropped.
So what the hell did we do for Christmas of last year? I could have swore that was when. Oh, you know what was that when it dropped and then we
We
covered it?
did,
Yeah, because it came
yeah,
out on Christmas, so we
yes,
put it
but we
out.
talked, but we didn't do the proper episode till later. Last year we did Alien Romulus, and then that led into our holiday special, and then our first movie of the year was The Damned,
Yeah,
and
the
we had
damn, that was a fun one too.
yeah. So Nosferatu wasn't this year, but that's one of my moments. I think that's pretty cool. You know, the whole mustache and black jelly beans. That was a lot of fun. Um, you know, certainly reviewing the Turtles with you was a lot of fun, and I think the interviews, for Cassie and Tremblay in the same year are pretty big deals. So that was awesome. We hope to get more people on as
I
well. I did really like Longlegs too, Sean. I know you weren't as crazy about that movie, but I really got into that movie.
One of my favorite moments of the year was the trifecta of In Madness guests, Tremblay, Fracassi, and John Langan all hanging out together, and Fracassi rocking the Vertebrae shirt in the middle of the photo with all the homies.
That was very, very cool. Very cool. And we had Mischief Toys on again this year, which was great. We probably could have on next year as well. But yeah, just a really awesome year. We covered a lot of cool movies. We slowed down a little bit in this year, Sean. We marinated still on some movies like It. We still did 2 parts, but we breezed
Halloween
through other
3,
ones.
we did
Yeah.
Halloween 3. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a very, very good year for the pod. So yeah, it's hard to pick a favorite. There are many. Okay, now we have year in review emails. Shall we start with the year in review emails?
Sure.
So we will go to Patrick Blowers 2025 highlight. Hi guys, thank you for all you do. Love the podcast. Wanted to share this voice note with you. 2025 highlight. I don't have a cool name, so use my old backyard wrestling name, Studley Pat. Keep up the great work. Happy holidays. Regards. Oh, he sent us a voice note. Okay, hang on. Let me share my screen here. Just bear with me. I haven't done this in a while.
No worries.
To share screen. Boom. And then we're going to do the voice notes. Share. Okay. So this is Patrick's voice note to us for his year in review for the podcast. Don't know how long it is. Hopefully it's not 18 minutes. Is it playing?
Hey, In Madness family. This is Studley Pat, and first off, just want to wish a happy holiday and new year to everybody listening. Shawn the Butcher, Vertebrae33.
Thank you,
guys
Patrick.
are awesome. Loving the podcast. Really appreciate everything that you guys
Great
do.
dude.
My highlight for 2025, I got to go back to the Jaws episode, which
Yes.
is actually when I discovered the In Madness podcast. I heard Shawn the Butcher make a comment during Liquid Metal, just a simple mic break, and I had to go figure out what this show was. Love Jaws, my absolute favorite movie. So that's where I got started. Love
We
that
did
you guys
Jaws this
played
year?
the full scene where they're, drinking
Mhm.
and they're really getting into the character of Quint.
Definitely a
really
highlight.
Understanding everything that happened on the USS Indianapolis. Got
Mhm.
goosebumps when I was listening to the podcast. Get goosebumps every time that I watch that movie, which is at least annually. That is the one movie that I will watch every single
Hell
year.
yeah.
Love that you guys broke it down so well for the 50th anniversary. Since I discovered In Madness just this past year, only like 5 months ago,
Okay.
it gave me the opportunity to go back multiple years. And there's some movies that I
Yeah.
haven't seen in years that I rewatched again.
Nice.
Some movies that I probably never would have watched except for the fact that you guys covered it. So I had to watch the film
Yes.
in advance of listening to
Yes.
the podcast.
Perfect.
Have to also see
That's what it's all
Teenage
about.
Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mortal Kombat.
Yes.
So many great things you guys did this year.
You
in
see the ones he brought up,
2025.
right?
Podcast just keeps getting better and better. So really appreciate everything you guys do. Got to
Okay.
give an honorable mention to when you guys shared my message to you about Edward Penis Hands, and that's what I
He was
always
the Edward
personally think
Penis
about
Hands
when I
guy.
see Edward Scissorhands. That was a movie that my buddy bought when we were in high school, and obviously watched many, many times. That film spread throughout our high school.
Scissor hands or
and,
penis
until
hands?
somebody Never gave it back. We don't know if their mom found it,
Yeah,
which
in
if
his hands.
there's any movie that you would be embarrassed about your mom finding, it's probably that one. At the end of the day, that movie never got back to my crew.
I bet.
Since I discovered In Madness just this past year, only like 5 months ago, it gave me the opportunity to go back multiple years.
Oh,
And there's some movies that I haven't seen in years that I
okay.
rewatched again. Some movies that I probably never would have watched except
Oh, I
for
think
the
this is
fact
like
that you guys
a
covered it. So I
retake.
had to watch the film.
I think that's all we got for Patrick. Thank you, Patrick, for your email. That's so cool. Thank you for sending us
Awesome.
a voice note. Yeah, we don't listen or edit these, so if you had to like recut them or whatever, we didn't you know, we didn't go through them to check them all out. But
Now
whatever,
that's why
we're just
we're
gonna
only
play it
number
raw.
8. That's why we're only number 8 on the
That's why
list,
we're
John.
only number 8 on the goddamn podcast, Paul. Shut up, man. That's so funny. Man, thank you, Patrick, for sending us a voice note. That's very cool. Let's go to our next email in the mail sack. Who do we got here? Jason Blankenship. All right. Ooh, all right. It's not terribly long. Ready?
Let's go.
Listen up. Ready? All right. So we got Happy Holidays, Shawn, Vertebrae, and the In Madness family. Happy Holidays. One of my favorite episodes from the past 12 months was actually titled Let's Not Do This Again on YouTube. It's the episode where Shawn shotgunned all the Nightmare on Elm Street sequels. We both watched every single Nightmare on Elm Street movie. I listened to it while shoveling snow out of my driveway the first week of January, and I wanted something to listen to. That episode hit the spot perfect. I like the tradition you have started where you will cover a Halloween movie on or near Halloween itself. I really like the pre-Comic-Con episodes and the post-Comic-Con episodes. Thank you. We worked very, very hard on those. As a boring guy who works a regular 9-to-5 job, it's neat hearing stories of people chasing their dreams and succeeding. We like to think that we try. Thank you, Jason. One of my favorite moments of the year is hearing your friend Psycho Ninja 47 tease Vertebrae about Ninja Turtles was better movie and how George Lucas ended up ripping them off. It seemed like a running gag that people would brag about movies like Mortal Kombat and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and put them over Star Wars. Kind of reminded me of two things. Reminded me of the scene with Clerks 2 where Randall makes the Lord of the Rings fan puke while defending Star Wars. It also reminded me of the Queen song I'm in Love with My Car. It's not a serious song, but it did wind up being a B-side to Bohemian Rhapsody. Because of that, I think we should add that to the In Madness Spotify playlist. Because of that, the song technically became one of the biggest selling singles for the band, even though it doesn't have the same level of effort, seriousness, or grandioseness that Bohemian Rhapsody had. We should probably put Bohemian Rhapsody on the In Madness Spotify playlist as well. Everyone's saying that lesser movies were somehow better than Star Wars, or Vertebrae being a good sport about it just seemed like a funny inside joke everyone was in on. I appreciate a good bit on the show. It seems like a good running bit. Since I know you're wondering, here are my favorite Christmas themed movies in no order. All right. Die Hard. Boom. Lethal Weapon. I didn't even think about Lethal Weapon. Christmas Vacation. You brought up Christmas Vacation on our Vin Rome's episode. Another one of my highlights of the year. Scrooged and The Nightmare Before Christmas. And the Seinfeld episode called The Strike. It's what most people refer to as the Festivus episode. If you haven't seen it, it's season 9, episode 10. I'm sure Vertebrae.
Oh, yeah. Festivus for the rest of us.
Thanks for reading this long email. Just remember that if Vertebrae teases us about the movies we like or the holiday specials we have chosen as our favorites, the Star Wars holiday special does exist, and there's a reason he has never talked about it.
Well, I will say that the animated short that's in there was the debut of Boba Fett was pretty incredible.
Yeah, Boba.
But there's a lot to unpack with the Star Wars holiday special. A lot. There's not enough eggnog to get me through it again.
Oh, thank you very much for the email. A lot of great moments on In Madness podcast. As we dip back into the mail, it's like, okay, so we have our year in review from Tom Henderson. He says, I hope I did this correctly. It was my first voice note ever. We have our first voice note ever from our buddy Tom Henderson. Let me know if you can hear.
We don't even know what his voice sounds like.
We're about to find out after all these years.
Ayo, Shawn, and what's up, Vertebrae?
This
is your friend, Tom Henderson, a.k.a. Mr. Madness, with my first ever voice note. I hope I'm doing this correctly.
You are.
I'm more of an email guy, as you well know.
Sounds great.
So I hope that this is okay. If not, just pretend I said some really profound shit and it was amazing.
Throwing you in prison with Charlie.
It was the greatest voice note you've ever heard. You asked for my favorite In Madness moment from 2025.
Yes.
And boy, is that hard to narrow down.
Love you, Tom.
This year, 2025, could be a great run for like a 10-year podcast. I mean, think of like some of the amazing movies you've done this year. Halloween 3, which is always like a huge favorite of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you guys showed it some love. It is a better movie than Weapons, but that's for another time.
Okay.
Nosferatu. I mean, that two-parter was worth it alone just to see Vertebrae with the black jelly beans.
Yep.
Escape from New York, Carpenter classic, Jaws. I mean, one of the greatest films ever made.
So much ass.
The Tremblay, the Fracassi interview. You guys talking to Tim Howley from Fit for an Autopsy. That's one of my all-time favorite bands. I'm super stoked to be checking them out. This spring, there's a pretty amazing run that's going down. It's Lamb of God, Fit for an Autopsy, Sanguisuga Bog, and Kubla Khan.
I'll be there.
Get your tickets now because that's a banger.
The
but obviously, the highlight for me this year, no question about it, was the two-parter on Star Wars. I'm assuming it was Vertebrae who had reached out earlier when you guys were doing Star Wars to say, hey, send in a voice note. Let us know what Star Wars means to you. And I just, one reason or another, never got to it. But, and like I said, I assume it was Vertebrae because I know Shawn probably has had enough Star Wars for his lifetime. Star Wars means everything to me. As a kid from the 80s, growing up, seeing my first film in 1983, I was 3 years old, sitting on my mother's lap in a darkened movie theater watching The Return of the Jedi. She remarked that from the moment the opening crawl began, I just had my hands gripping the back of the seat in front of me and just white knuckled the entire time.
Cute.
And Star Wars for me is just that perfect combination of fantasy and action and little dabs of horror here and there, and you can even sprinkle in the romance part of it. It's got great drama. It's those first three films talk about world building and character, development off the charts. Darth Vader is the greatest villain in the history of cinema.
I see a tear in Vertebrae's eye right now.
The fact that, Psycho Ninja even mentioned Shredder in the same sentence as Darth Vader is a massive insult.
No way. Shout out Psycho Ninja.
You guys have always said that you wanted podcast beef. Maybe the beef is Vertebrae and I with our love for Star Wars, and Psycho Ninja and Shawn with their love of turtles.
Tag team champions.
I'll just kidding aside, but Star Wars is just the greatest franchise. And yeah, I know like not all 11 films in the franchise are going to be amazing, but I would put those first three films up against any other three films, any other trilogy out there. A New Hope, Empire, and Return of the Jedi. I would put those up against anything. I can't even think off the top of my head any other trilogy that would come close to that.
Not even close.
Maybe Indiana Jones, those first three Indiana Jones films. That might be the only one. So for me, the highlight of 2025 was definitely Star Wars. I'm really hopeful that maybe somewhere down the line you guys do tackle Empire Strikes Back, as that is my favorite film ever made. I think you guys would do an amazing job with it. I would love to hear Shawn's nicknames for all the characters that he encounters in Empire. Like he had the jabroniest of jabroni soldiers, which are actually rebel fleet troopers. And I can't remember what he called the Jawas, but it brought a smile to my face hearing his, nicknames for all these characters. So, it was definitely a fun listen. So thank you guys for an incredible 2025.
Thank you.
I love you guys more than you know. It's such a blessing to be able to listen to you every Monday. In Madness Monday is the best day of the week.
Don't make me cry.
I love being able to just listen and be a part of the conversation, almost like I'm talking with my buddies about movies that I love, movies that matter to me. And it's cool hearing, that these movies that mean so much to me also mean so much to you guys. So that's it for me. again, hopefully this was an okay voice note.
It was all right.
Great
If not,
it was great.
Pretend I said something amazing. And looking forward to an amazing 2026. Lastly, before I go, just want to shout out Psycho Ninja and Stoner Witch for always being engaged and being the super fans on the socials. It's so cool to be able to interact with them and to hear them mentioned on the podcast. And as always, make mine madness and free Charlie. Thank you guys.
Boo! Tom had
Tom,
so
I tell
cool.
you, his first voice note knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Knocked it out of the park.
Home
what
run.
A great job. Fantastic.
Grand slam.
Awesome.
Speaking of Psycho Ninja and Stoner Witch, we have more from everybody. So here's what we got. Our next email comes from our buddy Psycho Ninja. However, much like he sent you a cool Frankenstein in the mail, I was sent this rando box in the mail I'm showing on our YouTube right now. I was given instructions not to open this box. It is still sealed with the tape until we were recording our year review episode. Do I open this first and then we go to his email, or do we do it?
In case he mentions it in
the So I got my Edward Scissorhands right here.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna give a little chop, but be careful because I know it's gonna be something I don't want to fuck up.
This is our first unboxing, Shawn.
Yeah.
We're gonna pull in at least 4 more views on
we
YouTube
did
after this unboxing.
We did the Godzilla on the Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah, that was something. And the thing, didn't I unbox the thing?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, we have
the McCready, the giant McCready. There we go.
Watch, I'm gonna cut the fucking cable.
Don't cut yourself when we're on the thing. If you're listening in your car right now, Shawn versus Box.
Yo, he taped this thing. It's like Fort friggin' Knox. Hang on. All right.
Shawn is finally making some headway here. Happy 2027. No,
it's open. Shut up.
It's open. It's open. Here we go. Here we go.
Wrapped in cardboard. Oh my God, David.
It's got to come safe, man. It's coming from the left coast.
Look at this. Oh, it's wrapped. Okay, hang on.
All right, let's see. Hold it up.
First off, it's wrapped. It's still wrapped in Hello Kitty wrapping paper, but
amazing.
On the back is a Godzilla and Ninja Turtles Merry Christmas card.
That is incredible.
Before I open this, let me take a picture of this beautiful gift that we were sent. I want to take a picture of this. That's beautiful. Okay.
Here we go.
I don't know if there's any type of special. I don't want to mess this picture up, so I'm going to peel it off nicely.
Yeah, peel that off.
Right, now I'm ripping it open. The Hello Kitty box. This is so cool. Look at this.
That's so cool.
All right. What the hell is this?
Christmas morning all over.
Oh man! What? Check this out. It is Leonardo Godzilla crossover.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that is awesome.
I will post a picture of this on the socials at @ItMadnessPod. Yo, Psycho Ninja, my man. This is so cool.
So cool. That is amazing. That is amazing.
There he is. Man,
Shawn's got a new tub toy now, Shawn. You can play with that in the tub.
Yeah, with my little rubber ducky and my Megalon. So cool.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.
Very, very cool.
Now let's get into his email. So cool. Hey, yo, here's my short voice note for the end of year special. It's actually short. Enjoy. Okay, so we have a voice note. Let us go. Let me just switch up my view here, and we will go to our buddy David Psycho Ninja, who you heard many times on the podcast if you've been listening for the last 3 years.
Here we go.
Hey, yo, what up? What up? It's your boy, Dave, a.k.a. Psycho Ninja 47, coming to you live with another 23-minute long voice note. No, I'm just kidding. I'm really going to try to keep this short. I just want to show love to the In-Madness Pod Squad for the amazing year you guys have had. I'm kind of double dipping here because I sent out a nice little Christmas gift to the boys, to Mr. the Butcher and Mr. 33. I'm not sure what the timeline is, whether you guys are going to post this voice note or get the gift. I don't know which one comes first, but either way,
Yeah.
I just want to show you guys some love. You guys had a stellar year. This was an amazing year for the squad.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Squad.
you guys, for all the growth, for all the success you guys have been having with everything that you guys do. I added a note to the gift that I sent Mr. the Butcher. So I have some highlights written on there and some things that I wanted to express. But I'll just give you some quick highlights here in this voice note. One, of course, has to
wait. Sorry. There is something written in here. It was folded up. I didn't know there were words in here. He is double.
You can read that, Shawn, and then summarize for us later on.
Oh man, should I read this whole thing and play his voice note, or should I do one or the other?
Let's do the voice note.
I will do the voice note. Wow, sorry, I didn't notice that.
And then I think, Shawn, you should definitely read it, and then maybe on the next episode we could summarize it too. If there's anything
to be when I reunited with Mr.
So cool.
33 at New York Comic-Con. We've been friends for like over 20 years. That's my homie for sure. I moved to the Bay Area from New York City back in 2020, so it's been about like 6 years almost since the last time I saw Mr. 33. So that was a beautiful moment to see my boy and bro out with him. Another highlight, of course, being at the con was hanging out with Mr. the Butcher himself. We were geeking out. We were there early before the big crowds came in. So we got to do a little recon around the floor, around the con floor, check out some toys, check out some things going on. Yeah. We got to see James Saito, who is the actor that plays the Shredder.
So crazy.
In the 1990 Ninja Turtle movie.
Crazy.
So,
how does that happen?
A dope little full circle moment for us right there, to see him in person. Something that brings a smile to my face, because I just thought it was amazing. We all know how big of a Godzilla fan Mr. The Butcher is. We were walking around and we found this table that was selling these amazing Godzilla busts and statues and whatnot. I think there's pictures on their Instagram page of those. And Mr. the Butcher lost his shit. I mean, this guy was like a little kid on Christmas getting his bike, his Nintendo. I'm not a parent, but I could just imagine the feeling of watching your kid losing their mind when they see that Turbo Man, that toy that they wanted for Christmas or for their birthday. That's what it looked like. This dude was going crazy. Just in general, I love seeing people love the things that they love. And that's what you saw right there. I'm a big Godzilla fan myself. Speaking of, I went ahead and bought that Godzilla Vertebrae33 t-shirt from Hot Topic. So, consider this an endorsement. Get yours now, ASAP. Awesome. I had to get mine quick because my size was selling out. But love that shirt. Love Godzilla, love the boys. Straight up, again, you guys had an amazing year. Of course, with the podcast as well. My favorite episode was that Ninja Turtle episode.
Popular one.
I bring up Ninja Turtles every way that I can. I threw in some gnarly bits in the note, but I'm gonna give y'all some gnarly bits right now. Okay. Real quick, gnarly bit number one, Judith Hogue, who was the actress that played April O'Neil. She was close friends with Robin Williams. He actually convinced her to take the role, to go and audition for that, because she was trying to get her career on and popping. He actually coached her and gave her some tips on how to nail the role, because he himself was a big Ninja Turtles fan. So shout out to the late, great Robin Williams for being a part of
brilliant,
giving us a great aspect of the whole franchise. Also, gnarly bit number two, the Turtles are technically Muppets. For those that don't know, I don't know if it was mentioned on the episode, but Jim Henson was the creative force behind the amazing Ninja Turtles costumes and the Splinter puppet. And not only was Splinter a Muppet, but he was also handled and voiced by Kevin Clash, who is the man behind Elmo. So so Splinter and Elmo actually share a soul in a sense. So there you go. Your favorite character in the movie is technically Elmo. And last but not least, this little gnarly bit should be interesting to you guys. So there was a woman named Sally Menke. She passed away in 2010. She was actually one of the initial editors to the movie. The Ninja Turtles movie was one of those deals where people were getting fired. The studio wasn't agreeing with the direction that the director was going with the movie. The director got fired. People left and right were getting moved around. Well, this woman named Sally Menke, she was one of the first editors on the project. Some of her work actually made it to the final cut, but she got fired early. Well, 2 years later, she went on to work on Reservoir Dogs with your boy Quentin Tarantino. So, there's a spiritual connection between the Ninja Turtles and the Reservoir Dogs.
Done on In Madness
the
Pod
editor
this year.
was actually the same person. Her name was Sally Menke. Anyway, that's enough of that nerd shit. There's a couple more nerdy bits in my note that I sent out to the boys. Yo, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, whatever. You guys rule. Fucking love you guys. You guys had an amazing 2025. I can't wait what's gonna come for 2026. In fact, March, there's a re-release in theaters for Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. So, I'm going to be there. I just heard that 2027 Star Wars is going to be re-released. The original one is going to be re-released in theaters in February to commemorate the 50 years. So it's going to be a crazy next couple of months, years, whatever, And I know the In Madness podcast squad is going to be on top of all of that awesomeness, as you guys always are. This is the premier podcast. Love you guys. You guys are awesome. Cowabunga, and may the Schwartz be with you.
Cowabunga, yes. So always the best.
That's awesome. That was really great. Sean, you'll have to read that note later.
Yeah. We'll do that later. He can't double dip.
Right, because if there's some bits in there that we want to get to. Yeah. So Reservoir Dogs has a connection. So everybody's fighting over Mr. Green, I guess, right?
Hey.
What's the Mr. Green name?
So Mr. Pig, is that Miss Piggy?
Maybe.
Pod Squad. I like Pod Squad. I feel like the back of our shirts should say Pod Squad.
But they could go by the mask colors, like the purple guy, the Donatello has the purple mask. Right?
Yeah.
Does he?
Yeah. Right? You got that correct.
Oh my God.
So you getting to know your turtles. I'm very happy.
No,
I love that was a favorite this year.
Then there was the guy with the red mask is Alfredo, right?
Fettuccine?
No, it's Alfredo. That's the turtle that nobody talks about. He was there.
We got another email in the mail sack. Ready? We got Manu. I don't know what this is. In Madness Pod. It's Manny. Hey, what up, Manny? It's our boy Manny from Funko Pop. My gimmick, because it's only a Comic-Con thing that I do, but I'll proudly wave that flag for them. First off, happy anniversary. Thank you very much. Here's to another 3 years. That's what I'm talking about. My favorite podcast of the year. Damn right. Well, it's really 1A and 1B. It has to be Edward Scissorhands and Reservoir Dogs. That's what's up. Both of those episodes are very solid. Lots of gnarly bits that really had me smiling. Something that started my Funko journey was the first ever Funko Pop I purchased, Edward Scissorhands Pop. So that's a gnarly bit on my end. As a request for In Madness Pod that I think would be really cool is a top movie soundtrack. I recently watched The Wedding Singer and I was like, man, this is a great soundtrack. And it got me thinking, what other movies have great soundtracks? I was thinking maybe there was The Devil's Rejects, Blade, countless others. But I think that would be a nice episode for the future. Cheers, boys. Happy holidays. Yo, boy, Manny. Yes, that could definitely be a 0.5 and not 0.5 of our favorite soundtracks.
0.5. Sean's going to the Wayback Machine, ladies and gentlemen. If you just joined this podcast, those were our in-between episodes. Now it's just all about In Madness. But yes, it's hard. That 0.5 rolls off the tongue, Sean.
It's beautiful. And it's exactly like a little mini episode. We'll do a little mini episode of our favorite movie soundtracks. I definitely have a few off the top of my head. We got 4 more emails in the mail sack. Are you ready?
Nice. I'm ready.
So we got our boy Basil. Basil's got a short one for us. Close friend of the podcast, Basil. You may have heard on many of our episodes. He says, hey, yo, my favorite part of the podcast 2025 was anytime I got to hang out with the In Madness podcast crew. Oh, Basil.
Nice.
From Town, Comic-Con, Evil Dead the Musical, or Sean's cat Gus not liking me. I had Basil come and feed my cat. I can't wait to hang out with the crew some more in 2026 and beyond. Love you all. Oh, thank you, Basil.
Thanks, Basil.
Yeah, hell yeah,
awesome.
Basil. All right, we got Kaposi. Kaposi says, hell yeah, baby. Kaposi sent us a voice note. Are you ready?
He's gonna yell at us, isn't
he? Yeah,
he?
he's gonna say something stupid. Here, let me
something
see.
Mean. He's gonna say something mean.
Let's see, Kaposi. Go ahead.
In Madness family, let's spread those tentacles. Ugh, why does that sound so weird to yell in Merrick? Yes, I'm recording this on the mean streets of Merrick.
Yeah.
It's Uncle Tony from Lost Becomes.
What's up, Capozzi?
Anyway, I want to congratulate you guys on a great year.
Thank you.
2025 has been so much fun.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
You guys have saved my sanity driving this empty plane of existence.
Yep, for real.
Oh, boy.
And yeah. What could I reminisce about? Charlie, you let him out of jail for a little bit.
A little bit.
Charlie, stop ruining movies, you fucker.
Yep, for real.
I hope Avatar 2 sucks, whatever the new movie's called. Check out Rule of Thumb.
Yeah, shout out Rule of Thumb.
But yeah, another favorite moment is definitely the last episode, Vin Rome's, of Moontooth and Cryptodira fame.
For real.
Wow, I didn't fuck up their name this time.
Yeah.
I love my boys in Moontooth, so that episode was a lot of fun to listen to.
I'm glad you liked the Capozzi.
2026. What are we gonna do? What's on the board?
What are we?
I want to see some grotesque shit.
Grotesque, huh?
Like we watch Martyrs, Bad Taste. I think that's the name of the movie.
What the hell?
We watch Hostel.
No,
classics.
I hate Hostel.
All classics.
No.
Me, you, and Butcher sitting in the igloo watching Martyrs.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Not happening.
What the hell?
I want to see some fucked up shit. Let's do this shit, Jones Beach.
Thank you, Capozzi. Well, did I see Martyrs? I don't know if I've seen Martyrs.
Yeah, you know what's crazy, Shaw? I was messaging with him, and he was just talking about how much he hates the holidays and hates the cold weather. And I was just like, I love the holidays and I love the cold weather.
So funny.
Not to be a contrarian, but yeah, awesome. Thank you for that voice note. I feel slightly enthused, slightly assaulted, depressed at the same time. So go listen to Lost Becomes. That'll cheer you up.
Shout out Lost Becomes. We got a couple more. We got Melina Sarmento. We got Stoner Witch 420 here. She says, "What's up? Happy New Year from the pod's reigning contest queen." That's correct. She did win the contest and found that magazine thing.
And she won a contest before about the Mist.
Yeah.
And her box went out. I sent the package out a couple days ago. So
wow, it's on its way. So many cool movies were covered this year. But I'm going to pick a few to mention. First of all, love the nostalgia covering the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Mortal Kombat. I mean, it's a running theme this year. Did I enjoy those episodes because Vertebrae didn't? Maybe, but these are also very near and dear to my heart. Have been a kid. Having been a kid in the 90s, a Reservoir Dogs episode was great. Such a fucked up movie, but I love it. The It episode was also sick, and the insanity in between. Much love and respect for all you guys do and all of us out here listening. Shout out to the Stoner Witch. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Fucking cool. And we have a final email here from my lovely fiance, Vanessa. It's not too long. Ready?
Yeah.
Hey, gang, I wanted to talk about my favorite In Madness moment of 2025. I feel like my answer may be a little different than what you've asked for because technically my moment isn't a movie you covered or a specific guest you've had or anything like that. Over the summer, I started taking these long walks at night around our neighborhood. Every Monday, I would be stoked to go because I knew it was In Madness Monday and I'd have something fun to listen to pass the time. It felt like I was walking with two of my friends or sometimes three of my friends if you had a guest on, and I found myself taking longer routes home just so I could finish the episode. Monday genuinely became my favorite day of the week. There wasn't a single episode that failed to put a smile on my face, and I'll remember those walks as some of my favorite moments of the entirety of 2025. That's my In Madness moment. The weather and a broken foot obviously put a stop to my walks, but I'm already looking forward to warmer temperatures, putting my headphones in and roaming the neighborhood with my two besties, Shawn the Butcher and Vertebrae33. See you in 2026. All my love, Vanessa. Don't make me tear up. That's so
wow.
Awesome.
That's amazing. I thought she was just taking the walks to get away from you.
Yeah.
She's actually listening to you,
listening to us yapping about movies.
Yeah,
so cool.
That's always beautiful. Weird when like my wife will be listening. One time she pulled up in the driveway and you could hear like out of the car like what they were listening to, and I like heard my voice.
Yeah,
and I was like, why would she do that to herself? You got to deal with it's. Gnarly bits are only fun on the podcast, Shawn. They're not fun 7 days a week. I'm telling you right now.
We're on long ass road trips stuck there listening to different gnarly bits about different movies.
Yeah. My recent obsession with polar expeditions and me talking about different boats that got trapped in ice is gotta be exciting for other people to listen to, right? What's not? But no, that's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, everybody that wrote in, sent a voice note, listens. I want to give a special, shout out to all the people who didn't write in as well, because we do have, other listeners that maybe that's not their cup of tea, or they just listen and kind of move along, but they've been following us all this time. So if you're that person, I appreciate it. We get listeners all over the world, as Spotify had told us. So we've got people listening in the Philippines and Australia. So thank you very much for tuning in. We probably confuse you when we say it's In Madness Monday, because it's probably not Monday there when it drops, but awesome. And 2025 is a great year, Shawn. I think 2026, we've got some big stuff to hit. We've got some big notes to cover. We've been pushing some stuff back, and I think we've got to start hitting some of them. Some newer movies that we have to dive into, maybe some TV shows. Certainly special guests. We're already trying to line up a couple guests and maybe another author or two this year as well. So, and people in bands, we'll certainly have them on as well. Maybe we got to get somebody on from the Bog, Shawn. We got to get your
Bog. Yeah. I'm going to ask Devin from the Bog if he wants to come hang out for a little bit. I think he would.
Yeah.
You got to get him before this massive Lamb of God tour. So before April or March, I'll try to get Devin on for real.
There you go. Awesome. But
what a crazy year. I can't believe we had voice notes and emails, and we got gifts and we got letters. We got so much cool stuff. Like, this was by far, I think, the best year of In Madness Pod. For sure. There's not even a question about it.
And thank you, Shawn. Thank you for doing this and steering this ship. If Shawn's not steering this ship, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know where we're going. I'm not really sure. He puts up with my inability to remember what day we're actually recording, and that happens on a regular basis, and last minute changes, and it's awesome. It's certainly been a great and continues to be an incredible outlet. I think when we started it, Shawn, I was like, this is really cool. Do it for a little while. I didn't realize how much work it would actually be. Thought, maybe it's a cool promo vehicle for like my artwork and stuff. Here's the funny thing. When's the last time I've even really mentioned, like, go to my website, go to this, or it just kind of took a life of its own.
It's its own beast. Yeah.
And it's its own beast, and it's pretty awesome. So happy New Year, happy anniversary. Looking forward to some incredible films that we have lined up for 26.
Yeah, and thank you for doing this and putting up with all that we have to do to make this happen. It is a 2-man effort to make all of this happen, and I can't believe we've spent 3 years, and not only that, like, have had our best year yet, and have had to anyone who didn't write in, to anyone who didn't send a voice note. I mean, the main part of this is involvement, full circle all around. So yes, it's me and Vertebrae here talking, but the most important part is that you have these moments that Tom Henderson has had, and that Psycho Ninja have had, and Melina Sarmento and Basil, and like just getting that, I listen to these movies, or I listen to these episodes, I watch these movies, just a fan of whatever it is, whether it's movies or music or art or books. We try to cover everything that is plastering our walls, our posters, our books, our toys, whatever it is. We're just a fan of these things in our life that make life more fun and more enjoyable. And I'm glad we got to share that. That's the main purpose of this podcast. We wanted to be able to just like have fun and talk about the shit that we love. And that's all we've been doing, and getting our friends involved in it now, and building this community. Building this community has been very important, and having these new friends and these new listeners and people who are very dedicated to this podcast, it means the world, because it started from absolutely nothing. It started from a text thread between me and Vertebrae, and it has grown to this beast that is still growing new tentacles and suction cups, and eating more and growing and nurturing. And I can't wait to see what 2026 brings, and what, like, I mean, the bar is set high for the fucking movies.
That's the scary part, Shawn, is that we we hit it hard with the movies this year because we're kind of like, well, we're a few years in, so we might as well hit it. But yes, there's a lot out there still that we haven't covered, Shawn. I don't even want to name them, but there's a few that we kind of always talk about covering. I just also wanted to give a quick just kind of shout out to my family, who's always very supportive of this podcast and deals with me, taking time to record, watching the same movies over and over again, and taking notes. It becomes like a family effort. My daughter was, when we did Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, watched it with me, which is very cool because one of the few movies we could sort of watch together. We had a few this year, right? Mortal Kombat, that, and A New Hope. But and then I want to give a special shout out to our buddy Spooky Speeg. He's always listening and texting me about what he's listened to on the show, and I appreciate that so much. So it's that loyalty from people, and that kind of picks us back up when we hit a snag in the schedule and we're trying to figure out how to do it or take the notes we need to take. But it's awesome. Very, very cool.
It's been a hell of a ride, man. 3 years, dude. That's wild. And I can't wait for 3 more and all the fun that we're going to have 365 days from today, wrapping up our 4th year, after we cover Halloween 4, after we cover, whatever the hell we're going to, after we talk to whoever we're going to talk to. I'm already excited for it. All the shows we're going to go to, all the shit we're going to do. It's going to be a wild time, and we don't even know what's going to happen, and we won't until a year from today. We'll be sitting here doing it again, being like, man, what a sick year.
Awesome.
And with that, is that it? You got all your gnarly bits in? We have
all
destroyed
good.
the mail sack. Thank you, everybody who contributed. If you didn't contribute, thank you so much for listening. You can contribute next year. For now, we will see you next week on the proper, I think, Monday. We're gonna get back on the Monday schedule for episode 144 of 2026 on In Madness Pod.